The last trumpet notes skipped across the pond. Come close, little ones. I saved you a place, though a frog has placed one elbow in it. Have you ever walked into a room and wondered whether people were glad to see you, or only glad about the thing you might bring? A joke, a good mark, a clever answer, a story, lovely gifts. The Bible teaches that God calls us to care. Is a friend still a gift without them? The day I remember began with Garingo, the parrot, arranging 12 dry leaves into a program for one returning traveller who had not yet appeared.
Opening announcement. Pause for gasps. Second announcement in case the first gasp was too small. This leaf goes from the spectacular pile to the very spectacular pile. Behold! Our traveller returns from the borderlands, where the wind steals hats and breakfast requires a map.
Rex, the young river otter, sat beside the leaf pile with the serious expression of someone prepared to believe in travelling toast.
Does breakfast move in the borderlands?
Only the famous breakfasts.
I brought a spoon, just in case.
Bongo the bear cub arrived carrying a fallen branch across both shoulders, ready to turn it into audience seating.
The seating is ready. It is also stuck to my left shoulder, but that feels like a later problem.
Zippy the hummingbird zipped above the leaves with a seed pod timer dangling beneath her.
I timed the ideal gasp at 4 seconds. 5 becomes wheezing. 3 suggests mild interest.
Fern the young fawn came softly behind them and looked from the waiting seats to the empty path.
I came to welcome our traveler. I did not know welcoming needed a program.
Excellent! After our guest tells us how he outwitted the hat-stealing wind, you may present the special spoon.
It has oat mush on it.
Then it has history.
Beyond the fern line, Bramble, the travelling hedgehog, stopped with one dusty foot still raised.
Hat-stealing wind? My journey had a mild breeze, a straight path, and a beetle who declined conversation. The beetle did nod, or stepped over a seed. Difficult to say.
Leaf 4. Bramble reveals the object he carried through great danger.
What object?
That is why Leaf 4 is gripping.
Half an oatcake, 2 clean socks, and no grand object at all. I could wait until tomorrow. Something might happen by then.
He had thanked God for friends worth walking to. Now he wondered whether arriving without a tail would let them down. He lowered his foot and began to turn away. The pine cone beside it rolled downhill and tapped Rex on the tail.
A pine cone has poured a message to my tail.
The object places everyone.
Bramble? I can see your foot behind the fern.
Only the dusty one, I hope.
Both feet now, and most of a hedgehog.
Bramble stepped out. Garingo fanned all 12 leaves around his perch, as though the sun had arrived by appointment.
Welcome, traveller. We are ready for absolutely everything that happened.
That may be quicker than you think.
First, the dust upon your foot, desert storm, runaway cart, or duel with a flour sack.
The path was dusty.
A path so dusty that no further description survived.
I think the description survived. It was dusty.
Good. We shall call that chapter 1, Dust Beyond Description.
It was mostly beside description. 3 leaves complete already. Your pile is becoming more exciting than my morning.
Second, the mysterious pine cone. Did it guide you through fog? Warn you of danger? Defeat the flour sack?
It rolled against my foot.
Of its own accord.
Downhill.
Downhill, where gravity itself had prepared an entrance.
I picked it up because it was there.
A simple choice that takes your breath away.
I make the choice with snacks.
A slow shell scrape announced Shelley, the young tortoise. She read the upside-down program leaf nearest her.
It says, thunderous applause if you have any.
Do we have any?
I can tap 1 foot. The other 3 are occupied.
I can clap, but I am still holding the special spoon.
I can clap once I stop wearing the seating.
I can cancel the gasp timer. I need a name for no gasp.
No applause, please.
Of course, we will use stunned silence, more tasteful.
Everyone is silent in a way that is very easy to notice. That is somehow more applause than applause.
He asked for less attention.
Yes, less. Naturally. I am lowering the occasion now.
You are lower. The occasion is not.
Third and finally, the bindle. Bramble, what amazing treasure survived inside it.
2 socks and half an oatcake.
That is almost lunch.
And the socks?
They are socks.
A strong answer.
Certainly. But perhaps one sock crossed a raging stream while the other waited faithfully on the bank.
They were folded together.
Faithful indeed.
I nearly smiled. Then you lifted the next leaf.
And then?
Then I arrived.
Yes, but before that, what happened?
A cloud covered the sun for a moment.
A sudden darkness.
It was a small cloud.
Small but bold. Continue.
I waited beside a puddle.
Because it was bottomless?
Because my sock had slipped.
One of the faithful pair?
The left one.
Apart at last, the stream prophecy comes true.
It was a puddle.
A compact stream.
Now 2 field mice and a wren are watching. Please do not write new audience. There was also a sound in the bushes.
At last, a trumpet, a cartwheel, a hidden drummer with excellent timing.
Probably the beetle.
The one who did not talk?
Possibly his cousin.
2 beetles, a silent family feud.
No, stop.
The program leaves just went still in Garingo's claws.
I do not know whose cousin it was. I do not even know whether it was a beetle.
Then we can leave the creature mysterious. Audiences appreciate mystery.
I do not want an audience.
They are hardly an audience. More of a very small gathering with excellent listening posture.
That is an audience.
And Bramble is backing toward the ferns.
My bindle is caught. One moment.
Wait, we have not reached the great danger.
There wasn't any.
The field mice are inspecting the opposite bank now.
That is the whole story. I left home. I walked here. Nothing difficult happened.
But you always bring something amazing.
I know.
Bramble stepped through the ferns. Rex set down the spoon and followed him. Garingo remained beside 12 leaves, with no ending written on any of them. Rex found Bramble beneath a cedar, tightening a bindle that was already tight.
Were you going home?
I thought about it.
Before we saw you?
Before I could let you down.
I was not waiting for a story.
Garingo was. The leaves were. Everyone leaned forward before I had said hello. At every new place, a good story gives me a door. People open it and I know how to walk in. Today I had no story. I thought if I had nothing to tell, I had nothing to bring.
You brought Bramble.
I'm trying to believe that is enough when nobody is clapping for it.
I cannot prove it with a cheer. I can stay while you decide whether you believe it.
A dry leaf shifted behind them. Garingo had followed, but he did not step into the clearing.
May I come closer?
Yes.
Garingo came without the program. He perched on a low root, far enough away that Bramble did not have to make room.
I thought I was honoring you.
You were honoring what I usually do.
And I kept asking for it after you asked me to stop.
Yes.
I made your hello feel like the small part before the important part.
I love telling stories. I was afraid that if the story stopped, the welcome would stop too.
Your stories are something I love about you. They are not the reason I love you.
I needed to hear that.
The mice, the wren, and Shelley are still waiting beside my leaf piles.
By then I had reached the cedar. I kept to the edge of the shade. The Bible has a line about honoring one another. Garingo, what would it mean to honor the friend in front of you now?
God calls me to honor Bramble, not my show. It means ending the event, even though I wanted it. I want to fix this with a speech. That is probably the same problem wearing a clean hat.
A very clean hat.
Then I will use one sentence. Bramble, I am sorry I treated your friendship like the opening act for your stories.
Thank you.
I am going to end the event. After that, would you let me spend the day with you without asking what happens next?
You may ask what happens next if you can accept the answer, lunch.
I left a spoon in the event.
Then lunch already has equipment.
Garingo returned to the pond and lifted the first program leaf in his beak.
Friends, there will be no grand tale today. I asked Bramble to perform when he had come to visit. Please go enjoy your own mornings. Bramble does not owe us an adventure.
Bramble, would you like space, or would quiet company help?
Quiet company would help if no one waits for a story.
Understood. I will return the seeding to being a branch.
Gasp. Timer deleted. I am keeping the seed pod because it is also a seed pod.
Understood.
The mice left. The wren flew off. Fern turned the applause leaf into a shade roof for a ladybird.
Leaf 4 has found better work.
He folded the remaining program twice and tucked it beneath a stone.
No grand openings, no chapters. What would an ordinary day with Bramble include?
That stepping stone is leaning.
I noticed it yesterday and decided it was practicing.
It has practiced enough.
I can lift the heavy side slowly. Slowly matters because Shelley is standing on the other side.
I will call level. Left a little. Right a speck. Stop. That is exactly one stone of level.
The stone moved. The twig moved too. The mud is now on Garingo. Level stones. New favorite thing.
The mud has accepted my feathers as a painting.
Wipe upward without the drama.
Those directions disagree with my training.
I can wipe without drama. I have no training at all.
My feathers are greenish-brown, and my dignity is ready for lunch.
Half an oatcake for friends.
That is 1/8 each.
I prefer the phrase, a brave crump.
I have 3 mango slices in a leaf packet under my wing.
You carried mangoes under your wing?
Today they are only fruit. No legend is attached.
The crumbs are gone, the mango is gone, and here comes a short rain on the leaves. We could shelter under the cedar.
Lead the way.
Under the cedar, this pine cone has closed its scales in the damp air.
It looks as though it is keeping a secret.
Or responding to rain in the way pine cones do. We can ask Hoot later.
I have 7 possible titles for that fact.
Keep them in your head.
I will keep 6. 1 escaped.
Was it the cone that closed against the sky?
It was.
The shower passed. No danger arrived. No crowd returned. For a while, 4 friends listened to drops leave the cedar tips.
This is the part I usually hurry past when I tell a story.
Because nothing is happening?
Because I was with all of you, and I did not have to make the moment bigger.
And I nearly missed the rain, the stone, and lunch because I was waiting for thunder.
I came with half an oatcake, 2 socks, and myself.
The socks were faithful.
They had an excellent day.
Back at the pond, Rex turned the special spoon over in his paws and remembered the choice Garingo had made.
Why did ending the event honor Bramble more than finishing it?
Because I finally put what Bramble needed ahead of the show I wanted. That is what honor looked like in my claws.
No one asked me for another tale. They simply stayed and I could stay too.
A friend can bring a joke, a trophy, a good mark, or a story. But those are gifts from the friend. They are not the friend.
Honor listens when someone says, "Please stop."
That is what changed the day.
Paul wrote these words to Christians in Rome. They are in the Bible, Romans chapter 12, verse 10, in the King James Version. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another.
What's that mean?
It means care for one another like family and be ready to put another person's good before your own show.
Preferring Bramble meant ending my event, even though I had prepared 12 excellent leaves.
11 excellent leaves. One was upside down.
The upside-down one did useful work for a ladybird.
A welcome like that is worth remembering. Round eyes appeared above the closed pine cone. They belonged to Professor Hoot, our owl, who had brought one carefully checked fact.
Observe the cone, children. Its scales can respond to humidity.
What's that mean?
Moisture in the air is what the word means. In dry air, many seed-bearing pine cones open their scales. In damp air, they close. No thought or decision is required. The scales simply respond when the air becomes wetter or drier.
Only 6 titles.
A true fact and 6 titles in one parrot's head. Thank you, Professor. Three splashes arrived from 3 directions. Splish, Splash, and Splosh, the 3 frog brothers, had begun Mud Puppy Minutes.
Today on Mud Puppy Minutes, why do onions make your eyes water?
Because every onion is telling a sad story about being left out of the soup.
Incorrect. An onion is a tiny weather machine, and your eyes forgot their umbrellas.
Or cutting an onion releases something into the air that bothers our eyes, and the tears help wash it away.
Oh no, that is far too useful. Onions do not own the air.
And tears cannot wash anything. They have no hands.
Then the onion must whistle a very sad note that only eyeballs can hear.
My left eyeball says the note is in soup minor.
Mine says the onion needs a smaller handkerchief.
Mud puppies, we have solved it. Onion tears are weather for eyeballs.
Should we tell the soup?
Too late. It is already wearing boots.
Cutting an onion releases chemicals into the air that can bother your eyes, so your eyes make tears to protect and rinse themselves. No sad soup story, tiny weather machine, handkerchief or boots are required. A friend is more than the joke, mark, gift or story they bring. Their quiet company can be a gift too. God's love teaches honor with kindness, including room for a friend's quiet.
You may come empty-handed. Faithful socks are optional.
Until another ordinary day becomes worth sharing, this is Old Timber.
See you next time, somewhere in Shiloh Creek.